Hello, my name is Lily Nepple, and I'm an assistant planner with CMAP and the project manager for the 2021 Call for Planning Assistance. This year, CMAP has coordinated with the Regional Transportation Authority, RTA, to host a small call for communities to apply for technical assistance offerings. I will be providing a general overview of this year's call and the types of assistance that we are offering. This year's call for planning assistance is different from the annual call for projects in previous years in that it's a more targeted effort for communities to apply for a limited selection of technical assistance offerings. This effort was initiated in response to the regional impacts of COVID-19 and will be closely tied to CMAP's existing embedded staff planner program, which provides support to capacity-constrained communities to help advance local planning initiatives. Any local government is eligible to apply for the Call for Planning Assistance, but this year, CMAP and the RTA are prioritizing awards based on community need. We're using CMAP's Community Cohort Evaluation tool to prioritize communities that have lower incomes, smaller tax bases, or smaller population sizes. CMAP is offering 6 types of technical assistance, which will primarily focus on local government capacity building and implementation of previously completed plans. These include capital improvement programming, where CMAP will help local governments develop a successful capital improvement program, and safety planning, where CMAP will help local governments address safety challenges in their communities. CMAP's other 3 offerings are part of the Embedded Staff Planner program, including the NEXT program, where we will help communities take the next steps in implementing existing LTA plans. Resource Opportunity Impact, where CMAP will help local governments prepare for grant opportunities. And the Consortium on Public Space Innovations, where CMAP will help communities address the shared challenges around the creative use of public space in response to COVID-19. The RTA is offering 3 types of technical assistance, including active mobility and curb management plans, developing special funding districts, and zoning code updates in transit-served and in transit-oriented development areas. Jointly, CMAP and the RTA will offer developer discussion panels, which will help local governments address local economic development challenges, strengthen developer connections, and solicit guidance on ways to attract investment. Next, we will go into further detail about each of the types of technical assistance that CMAP is offering through the 2021 Call for Planning Assistance.
Hi, my name is Jamie Jackson, and I'm a senior planner here at CMAP. I'll be providing an overview of the capital improvement programming. The capital improvement programming is part technical assistance, part capacity building. The program is designed for communities that do not have a capital improvement plan or do not have an up-to-date capital improvement plan. Communities will develop a framework for a capital improvement plan and will learn about best practices in process, project grant readiness, and the use of performance measures in capital planning. Through capital improvement programming, communities will identify capital projects and deepen their understanding of capital project planning best practices in order to have the tools to develop a capital improvement plan. This includes providing information and resources of not only how a community identifies projects, but also prioritizes, budgets, and implements those projects. The program includes capital project development, which involves writing project descriptions, cost estimating, scheduling, and applying performance measures. In addition, the program includes best practices for capital project funding. This consists of how a community programs capital projects in municipal budgets, and how to position projects to qualify for and appeal to local, state, and federal agency requirements. Finally, the municipality will be an active participant in the program through hands-on training workshops. Training will cover the topics of fiscal analysis, municipal budgeting, project evaluation criteria development and application, and other capital improvement planning best practices.
Hi, my name is Vicki Jacobson, and I'm a transportation planner here at CMAP. I'm going to provide some information today about our safety planning work. Safety planning takes a comprehensive approach towards improving traffic safety for all modes of travel. The safety planning program is designed for communities that have identified localized safety issues or dangerous locations and require assistance in addressing the issues through appropriate design and operational solutions. Communities will benefit from deliverables such as safety action plans and preliminary designs with recommended countermeasures to improve safety and therefore mobility for all travelers regardless of age, ability, income, or mode of travel. Through safety planning projects, communities can address corridors, crossings, and intersections with higher crash rates or a perception of traffic risks based on community or police-reported issues. Using existing data sources, public input, and best practices, communities will receive recommendations for design improvements and other operational aspects such as signalization, lighting, and pavement markings. Design recommendations and action plans will provide specific guidance on bicycle and pedestrian safety, modes that are particularly vulnerable to unsafe conditions. Communities may also seek assistance for safety issues related to at-grade rail crossings, intersections that are prone to flooding, and locations that do not comply with the Americans with Disabilities Act. The safety planning process will position communities for funding opportunities to make the recommended safety improvements a reality.
Hi, I'm Tony Mano, a senior planner in the planning division of CMAP. I'm excited to describe a very valuable service we are able to provide the region through a partnership with the Chicago District Council of the Urban Land Institute, also known as ULI Chicago. ULI is a membership-based, nonprofit, global real estate research and education firm focusing on providing leadership for the responsible use of land and in creating and sustaining thriving communities worldwide. Their local membership base consists of a wide range of development expertise, and our long-standing partnership with the organization allows us to bring realistic development guidance to communities throughout the region. I should also mention that both CMAP and RTA are offering this service through separate contracts with ULI. RTA focuses on transit-served locations, and CMAP is able to focus on areas served and areas not served by transit. CMAP works with ULI to convene developer discussion panels or dialogues for a community or group of communities to address planning challenges, share development expertise, provide advice and guidance on ways to attract investment to a specific area of a community, and or to discuss what types of development may be appropriate and market feasible. These panels consist of multiple development experts who volunteer their time and energy in the spirit of providing guidance to communities who seek it. These discussions often result in recommendations focused on ways to prioritize projects, identify development opportunities, and explore incentives and local partnerships that can help spur development. We have enjoyed this great partnership with ULI for many years and look forward to connecting additional community partners to their knowledge and expertise.
I am Michael Brown, Planning Principal and Program Manager of the Embedded Staff Planner Program supported by the MacArthur Foundation. These three offerings reflect recent adjustments to the local capacity building suite of services initiated in 2018. In all, there are 4 programs under the local capacity building set of services, with a simple mission to educate, equip, and empower local governments to resolve increasingly complex issues facing their communities. The coordinated investment studies facilitated discussions between interested local governments to find opportunities to save costs through collaboration on public infrastructure and services. This work was initiated and performed through the McHenry Coordinated Investment Study, which concluded last year with recommendations streamlining intergovernmental cooperation and the hiring of a coordinator to implement key recommendations. The Enhanced Local Technical Assistance is an internal guide to enhance CMAP's Technical Assistance Program to provide targeted capacity building recommendations and activities catering to the local needs of each local plan. We believe we can leverage the local plans to provide the groundwork for other capacity building services through intentional actions. The Capacity Building Guide will be completed this summer. Leadership Academy expands on CMAP's existing training activities. by assessing the existing offerings of professional development and determining the training needed to advance plan implementation of the On to 2050 plan. This program seeks to fill the gap with targeted trainings, including networking and skill building for elected officials, staff, and citizen commission on specific topics. Recommendations to fill programming gaps will be made available later this year. And lastly, the signature program of the Capacity Building Suite and the focus of this conversation, the Embedded Staff Planners Program, where CMAP staff are placed in capacity-constrained communities to provide support and advance local planning initiatives. Planners in our first round of embedded staff planning communities of Calumet Park and South Village have been successful in coordinating grants and technical assistance projects, assessing and adopting effective and efficient policies and procedures, and engaging new partners to help these communities develop new approaches to targeted issues and launch new initiatives. The work in these communities will conclude in the spring of this year, and we look forward to bringing a full report of challenges and successes encountered. But it was this time last year that the Embedded Staff Planning Team was preparing to initiate round 2 of Embedded Staff Planning Communities just before the pandemic hit. As a result, the Embedded Staff Planning Team designed the following programs. The 3 new programs are based upon 10 years of local technical assistance experience, 2 years of lessons learned from the initial demonstration program, as well as insights gained through CMAP's local government network around emerging issues related to pandemic response and recovery. Launching this past fall, the program have already reached key milestones in program development and execution. In the following slides, we will provide brief updates on each.
Hi, my name is Dominic Argamello, Senior Planner with CMAP and Project Manager for Next, Putting Plans into Action. CMAP is excited as the program continues on the work of the Embedded Staff Planner program in Phase 1. Again, due to the pandemic's impacts for CMAP personnel to be on site in communities and ability to focus on general planning efforts, CMAP staff will instead assist communities with implementing specific approved community plans. As with Phase 1, communities often are limited in their available resources to move plans from the page into their community. Through August of 2021, CMAP staff will assist partner communities to work both implementing recommendations, such as code updates and grant applications, and also to build overall capacity of next partners to keep such implementation momentum going. In the case of the Land Bank Authority, this focus will be on funding for future dedicated staff and standardized data collection. We look forward to assisting communities turn their vision and effort into reality. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Maggie Jar, and I'm a Senior Planner at CMAP. I'll be providing an update on the Resource, Opportunity, and Impact ROI program. Under this 6-month pilot program, CMAP staff is assisting 3 municipalities to prioritize transportation projects, strategize how to get them funded, and navigate transportation investment programs. We established partnerships with the City of Harvey, Village of University Park, and Village of Dalton in December of 2020, and are currently working with their staff and officials to develop transportation project lists and grant inventories. Next, CMAP staff will develop custom implementation strategies to support priority projects in each of these communities, and then assist local staff in taking the next steps and build their capacity to apply for and manage funding. Additional grant-related activities may include researching and identifying potential fund sources, establishing internal procedures for grant seeking and grant management, staff trainings, coordinating work on select grant and technical assistance projects, or helping to prepare applications for funding priority transportation projects.
This is Julie Burrows. I'm a Senior Planner with CMAP and the Project Manager for the Consortium on Public Space Innovations. For this project, we're taking a collaborative approach to capacity building. A small group of communities will work together on how they can adapt public spaces in innovative ways that promotes community vitality while maintaining safe social distancing. This past year, inspired by the pandemic, some communities took an innovative approach to the use of their public spaces, like closing streets to allow for outdoor dining. Out of necessity, they took a risk and tried things that their regulations would never allow, and now they'd like to hold on to the vitality and vibrancy it's brought to their business districts. Inspired by these successes, we know that other communities would like to try a public space innovation project and need assistance and support to do so. We think that by working together, we can not only help communities to try new things, but can help to design their pilot projects so that the innovative can become the norm. We're aiming for 3 main outcomes: help communities institutionalize successful public space innovations and make it easier to do even more in the future; help communities, especially those who face the most challenges from COVID-19, to launch a public space innovation pilot project; and finally, we'll create a few common project typologies with practical how-tos so that others can replicate successful projects and avoid common challenges. During this very challenging time, we would like to take advantage of the opportunity to try new things, keep the best of what worked, and help communities to thrive.
This is Michael again. So we have initiated the first round of NEXT and ROI under the MacArthur Foundation grant with the listed communities. The 2021 call for projects will help us to identify communities for the next round. And as Julie mentioned, the call for projects will be utilized to form this cohort of municipalities focused on public space innovation. Future projects under the Capacity Building Consortium will focus on a variety of topics, including municipal finance, which is currently being explored in partnership with our policy team. And thus, the 3 new programs of the Embedded Staff Planner Demonstration Project will round out the 6 CMAP offerings in this 2021 call for projects. I'll turn it back over to Lily for further details and closing of the presentation.
The 2021 Call for Planning Assistance opened on January 20th, and applications were due on February 3rd. During the call, applicants completed a brief form that was linked on CMAP and the RTA's websites. CMAP and the RTA are in the process of reviewing applications and contacting applicants with questions, and will continue to do so through February and March. Successful applicants will be notified in April, and most projects are expected to begin within 6 months of a notification. We're excited to say that we had 41 total applications for the 2021 Call for Planning Assistance. Most of those applications were from the high need and very high need communities that we were targeting. Of those communities, 16 applied for CMAP programs, and many applied for more than one type of technical assistance. We had 7 applications for developer panels, 8 for the NEXT program, 9 applications for Resource Opportunity Impact, 3 for the Consortium on Public Space Innovations, 11 for Capital Improvement Programming, and 5 applications for Safety Planning. This concludes our presentation for the 2021 Call for Planning Assistance. If you would like additional information, please visit our webpage. Thank you so much for your attention. We'll now take any questions that you might have.